Hi, I'm Kristen Hodge, and in New Year's Eve 2016, with a group of 27 people, I climbed Kilimanjaro to raise $150,000 to build 6 classrooms for a Missions of Hope school in Nairobi, Kenya. So the steps that I took to raise money for the project, I really had never done anything like this before. In fact, I've told many people that raising funds was harder than climbing Kilimanjaro. It's the hardest thing I've ever done. And I wasn't sure how to do it, but I knew that telling my story, telling the story of these children, telling the story of MOHI would encourage others like it's encouraged me. And if I could tell that story, then that's the blessing in it. And so I created a blog. I told part of my story. I told part of the story of why I was doing what I was doing to fight for these children that didn't have anybody to fight for them, to join a team to do so. For me, it was really connecting with people about my heart, what it meant to me, telling my story, asking personally. So I wrote a lot of letters. I asked a lot of people. I told the story of MOHI and how it's created and how it's really impacting 15,000 children. That's an incredible number, and to be included in the work that God is already doing there is the blessing. I was truly inspired, not because it was on any bucket list. People kept asking me, is that on your bucket list? It was never on my bucket list. It was always about climbing Kilimanjaro for these children in Africa. 2 years prior, I'd gone to Uganda and spent time at a school there, and knowing that there was an opportunity to fight for these children, to fight for their education, was really what inspired me. It was all about these kids and giving them an opportunity for a brighter future. The mountain was just a benefit. It was just a blessing that I got to do it. But it really was about these children and giving them an opportunity that our children, my girls, have. My daughters have that opportunity. But it was really about an opportunity to get for these children to fight for them. If someone I knew was going or planning to go to climb Kilimanjaro, there are several things that I would say. But first and foremost, I would say pray about it. I believe that God had a reason for me to be on that mountain. I believe God called me to that mountain, and I believe God calls all of us at some point in our life. And the question is, what's He calling you to do, and why is He calling you to be there? And so I would encourage you to pray about it. Definitely train 100% more than you ever thought possible. Physically, it was the hardest thing I've ever done, and one of the most rewarding things I've done in my life.